Question number 3 is to you, ma'am, as we continue to talk about community amenities. There's been talk of the Antioch Library moving into the new community center. Are you in favor of supporting this initiative? If so, why or why not?
Well, I'm definitely in favor of supporting the library being part of the community center. I think that the new community center is all focused on providing services and a place, a gathering place for residents, and what better way? I mean, I've gone to meetings, I've gone to discussions, and I wandered around the library, the Antioch Library. So to have that in the community center, I think that's just going to be a huge draw. I'm very excited that our staff and the library board and that the library staff are starting those discussions.
Thank you very much, ma'am. In our contested races in Ward 4, we will hear from Mr. Neal first and Ms. Moore second. So Mr. Neal, the question is to you.
Well, I think this particular idea is in a very early stage of discussion, so it's unclear whether or not it's practical. I would favor, obviously, if we can get an updated Antioch Library and have it in close proximity to the community center, I think that would be a good thing. But I'm not sure. I think they have slightly different functions, so I don't know if they have to be physically in the same facility, and I don't really know that that's even being considered. But obviously, I think having an updated library in the same area would be advantageous. So we don't know much yet, so and it's not entirely up to the city of Merriam. The Johnson County Library is going to have to. It's really their facility and their money. So we'll just have to see what happens. I feel like I would be good at evaluating whatever the proposals are put forward and contributing some useful thoughts.
Thank you very much, sir. Ms. Moore.
I am in favor of the initiative. It's what we all know, it's at the very infant stages. We're trying to just start the conversation to see what the library's needs are and what we have that can accommodate those. So we don't even have needs established yet, but the first step has to be an openness for collaboration, a willingness to recognize that a community center can be multi-generational, multifunctional, and it's an exciting concept. You know, will it go all the way through fruition? Will we end up sharing the same doors? Will we end up sharing the same parking lot? You know, still to be determined, but so far so good in terms of timing.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Mayor Sisson.
You know, I was kind of surprised this was a question because it really is preliminary. I would imagine, I'm just guessing, the majority of the people in this audience have never heard that this was even a possibility until tonight's meeting. Now, that being said, let me tell you, I'm very supportive of this merger. We have a history of working with other entities to try to save money by sharing costs. Our fire department is now run by the Overland Park Fire Department. We've saved many thousands of dollars in that process. You know, the Antioch Library, if you haven't been in it recently, it's dated. It's too large for the facility, for the site that it's on. They don't have adequate parking. It's almost falling down as bad as this one. On the inside, it has some pretty significant infrastructure problems. But they're scheduled to replace it in 8 years. 8 years. Okay, this was not my idea. I wish it was. I'd love to take credit for it. Our city administrator is the first person I think brought it forward, and his vision on this is just amazing. But we weren't even on the library's radar. We went to them and said, hey, we have the opportunity where you can build a library, a 15,000 square foot library potentially, on a site where we'll own the parking lot, we'll own the land. You just build the building. Maybe it'll be adjoined to our building, maybe it won't. We don't know, but look what you could save. And plus, they could sell that site. Can you imagine the commercial use for that site at 63rd and Antioch? And the benefits that would be to the area, with Kmart being built right across the street? These are the reasons why I'm excited about it. But believe me, we've got a lot of talking to do before we can go any further. And we're in that stage, and I kind of apologize that you heard about it maybe first time here. So, but it is still, it's all new.
Thank you very much, Mayor Sisson.
Yeah.
In a contested race, Mr. Miles will go first. Mr. Diebel, Mr. Miles, questions to you.
You know, I use the Antioch Library twice a week, and the parking lot is so small that the people who actually use the library is requested to go over to the Taco Bell and park. And it is outdated. It would be nice to have it together in the community center. By my understanding, there's going to be a large parking lot, and you know, so I'm in favor for it. And to the mayor, a couple of times or twice a week that I'm at the library, that's what they're talking about. So, you know, so it's a good thing, I believe. We do need to figure out all the details on it and go forward with it. But, you know, I think it's a good thing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carlson. And to you, Mr. Evil.
Yes, sir. I'm definitely in favor of it. One of the things that I really love about the preliminary plans of our community center is the entrance is a commons. You don't have to be a member. Now we've added, if we could, now we have added, we could add another building that is now a membership building. Now we've got more people entering this area. We, you know, again, non-Merriam residents come to use that library. Look at this cool facility. Maybe I'll be a member. Bingo. Okay, so again, that combination is a good thing for the people that live here. Personally, I want a coffee shop in front of that, come and go drink coffee on a cold winter day. When I'm home at winter break from teaching and be able to visit with my neighbors. And I haven't read a book in a while, but maybe I'll wander over to the library and be able to do. I don't see myself swimming much anymore, but no, I think it'd be a good thing for our community and bring people in as well.
Thank you very much, sir. And Ms. Euchre, finally to you, as an educator, I would think you'd have an opinion on what
Yes,
this is.
absolutely. No, I hate to ask, would you read the question again, actually?
Well, most certainly. There's been talk of Antioch Library moving into the new community center. Are you in favor of supporting this initiative?
Okay, because I was a little taken when you read that question because it said moving into the new community center. And my understanding of, as you said, the immediacy of the plans is that we're going in conjunction, right, not moving into. So, and that's my understanding from what everyone said, that we're moving like with funding and so forth in conjunction with not moving into. But yes, I was going to say, you know, as a former English teacher, I am thrilled with the idea that we would be in conjunction with the new community center.
I just got a red mark on my paper, so.
No, but, and to sort of put a little different spin, you know, as the last person, as you were saying, sometimes you feel like everything's been said, but I'll put a little different spin on it. I attended a lot of activities at the Matt Ross Community Center, and what I've noticed is when people are waiting for other people at the Matt Ross Community Center or so forth, you know, they're just sitting around. What I'm thinking is, what a great thing if people are waiting for other people at our community center or so forth, they're going to wander over to the library. And as a former English teacher, that makes me very excited to think that they're going over to the library and perhaps doing research or reading a book or in some way enhancing their education. That, to me, just seems like a wonderful, wonderful thing. So